David, now you've had time to reflect at the weekend, is that a result and performance you look at that you see stops the bleeding, gives you a platform to kick on, or is there still some frustration that you weren't able to get 3 points?
Yeah, there's a bit of both. I thought the players played really well. I thought it was a professional performance we put in. We tried to frustrate Peterborough, and I thought it worked. And I was disappointed we didn't get 3 points because obviously we conceded a soft goal. And but from a player's point of view, I thought we were magnificent. Every player worked. We made sure we were hard to beat. We were organised, and I say in another day we probably should have had 3 points. But if you'd have told me before the game I was going to Peterborough to take a point, then I'd have been delighted.
From your perspective as manager, is that seeing the team sort of grow a little bit before your eyes, that they're able to execute the plans that you've got in place?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's taken more time than I thought it would have, because obviously there was a lot of injuries, there was a lot of suspensions, so it's probably the Sunderland game and Portsmouth game and the game on Saturday, probably the first time I've probably had a full squad near enough to choose from. So made us that bit stronger. Competition for places is getting better. So I think everybody's realising now that we are getting a bit stronger, the squad, and the players here are realising now that there's another 3 or 4 that's not far away from starting in full training.
And when you look at Aldershot, obviously conditions down there were horrific. Back up with home field advantage, and it's a game you're expected to win, so a different mental approach to it. But can it be used to kick-start the league form as well?
You know, I hope so. I think now it's a chance to progress in the cup, and it's a game where, as you say, the first game was a bit of a non-entity. Both sides, I thought, played a good game of football in very difficult and trying conditions. But they say we're at home. We should be, as I say, the players need to be fully focused, and it's a mentality thing now. And I say the players should take great confidence from the performance they put in on Saturday. But probably we're going to have to do that what we done to Peterborough, because obviously Aldershot are going to come here and try and cause an upset. We know it's going to be a difficult game. They had good players when we played them the first game, and we know it's going to be a difficult tie. But it's one hopefully we can get progress and get through to the next round of the cup.
And you mentioned that word mentality there. As a group, where do you think this group of players are? Because Ryan's just been in here and said, you know, from the moment we conceded that equaliser, we still felt comfortable, I think, as if we're in control of the game, which suggests that their heads are in the right place. Yeah,
of course. As I say, that's the biggest thing I've been working on, is the mentality. I think anybody that's seen us playing, and over the last few months, as I say, it's been difficult because of suspensions, injuries, but now that we're getting players back, the mentality's changing. I think the players realise how hard we have to work to get away from where we are. But I think if you've watched any games over the last 3-4 weeks, we don't look like a team that's sitting bottom of League One. We are, but we need to get away from that. But the mentality and the attitude the players have shown since I've come in has been first class, and now they're starting to push on, and hopefully now we can kick on and try and get some positive results.
Just away from Bradford as well, as a proud Scotsman, I wondered if we could get your thoughts on the Nations League and what it's meant for Scottish football and the way the national team are performing as well.
Yeah, it's always nice when you see a team doing well. I think there's been a lot of calls, a lot of younger players, and I think that's something that maybe Scotland should look at, is maybe starting to get nurturing younger players. We've got a lot of very good talented players. You see some maybe going to the Championship, some maybe going to Premier League in England, but I think it's looking good. They've got a lot of competition for places, and I say that it's always nice when people start changing things, and it takes time. And I think Alex will get it right, the job that he's doing, and hopefully you can see some more Scottish players back playing at top level football in England.
Can we get a result tomorrow night?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Brilliant, thank you.
David, you talk about sort of attitude and mentality. Do you think you're getting a bit more consistency now in terms of the quality of the performance when you're sending the team out? Are you a bit more comfortable perhaps knowing what you're going to get from the team when they turn out at the moment?
Yeah, I think it's important now that the mentality is changing. But as I say, it's probably maybe the last 2 or 3 games you've probably get as close to a strongest 11 as you can get. Some players have been playing out of position, which wasn't fair on them. I think Paul Caddy's come in last week, so added that wee bit of solidity and gave us a bit more experience. I thought on Saturday he came in and done exceptionally well for not playing any games for 3 months. So you're asking players, your creative players, David Ball, Jack Payne, I thought were excellent on Saturday. And as I says to Jack and David, that you want to go to the next level, these are things that are expected. The higher up you go, as the team comes first. And I thought the team were excellent on Saturday, defensively and offensively. And I said, slowly getting there. And as I said, and the mentality will change again once everybody's fit, because you can only take 18 players, and we probably have a squad of 24, 25 players.
I think when you came in, you said you might have to sort of find some creative solutions to almost plug gaps when you first arrived. Do you think perhaps people on the outside underestimate how big a challenge that can be for you and the players when you've got someone there like Paul Caddis who comes in and shows immediately how much he can make an impact playing in a position he's so familiar with.
Yeah, I think it's always the same. I think, as I said before, we have a large squad of players, but they're all in the same positions. So these are things where, if you look, we're really strong in centre midfield, and we've probably got 5 or 6 players who can play there, and we've got no wide players. So it was important we got someone in, and I think Paul showed on Saturday. He's a top class player, and I think he gives that balance in a team that we've been missing over the last probably 3-4 months, and it allowed me to go and play a back 3, which I thought worked brilliantly on Saturday, and probably frustrated Peterborough. But these things you have to do to try and get results, and as the players are buying into both things that they can do. So I think previous weeks we've created so many chances in games, and we've got to show different mentalities to different grounds, and give the opponents a full respect when we play.
You mentioned central midfield, you've got a lot of options in there now. Josh Wright starting the season as captain, is he someone who's got work to do now to not be the odd man out in that particular busy group?
I think everybody has. There's nobody, as I said, it's whoever's playing well and doing well in training and different things, and also the professionalism at the club, and these things I'll take into consideration with everybody, not just Josh. And as I said, everybody now is pushing in the right direction, and that's what we need at this moment in time.
In terms of the Aldershot game, just going back to the original tie, now that people have had the opportunity to see what those conditions were like, perhaps who weren't there, do you think people may be a bit more appreciative of the reward of a replay, having seen what you and the players went through that afternoon?
Yeah, I think it was horrendous conditions. Anybody that was at the game knew it should never have been played, and the longer the game went, it was like 2 rivers running down the sides where we were trying to get down. So that we were glad, but it's great mentality. I asked the players at half time. You're 1-0 down in very difficult and trying conditions, and we get back. I think we should have won a game with 1 or 2 other opportunities, but Aldershot had 1 chance at the end and all, so it could have went either way. So I'm delighted that we get a replay in the conditions, and hopefully tomorrow we'll see a better game of football.
In terms of the players available, are you having to manage anyone in terms of fitness who hasn't played a lot of game time recently, but games are coming so thick and fast, the likes of Jim O'Brien, and Devine, Paul Caddis even? How does that work in your mind at the moment?
Well, Paul can't play because he never played in the original game, so he'll be out for tomorrow night, so we'll probably give him a rest till Saturday. And obviously Jim will be in my thoughts, because obviously he's coming back from injury, so we just need to make sure that I'll be playing a strong side, because I want to try and get a bit of momentum going. There's no point in changing things all the time, so it's important we try and get a run and get results together. And as I say, I'm seeing good signs now of the players and everybody else in the group want to fight and want to get in a starting 11.
And aside from Paul, is there anyone else sort of fresh concerns for tomorrow?
No, everybody's fit, so there'll be the squad of 19 or 20 players going to the game, and as I say, we'll sit down this afternoon and we'll make sure we pick the strongest team and the strongest bench that we can.
And just lastly for me, you said at the weekend, obviously Paul, I suppose, addressed an immediate need through injuries at right back, but there are other areas that you said you still like to strengthen. Can we take from earlier then that wide players are high on that list amongst others perhaps?
Yeah, we're also looking to strengthen where we can, but the players that we have going to have to strengthen. It has to be somebody's going to add competition, somebody's going to hopefully push the players who are playing. There's no point in just going out and getting players to say we're going to spend money or make a bigger squad. It has to be people who's going to improve the team, and that's things that I'm actively looking at on a daily basis.
You need that competition in wide areas at the moment.
Yeah.
So you were saying about obviously getting some momentum. I mean, how important is a win tomorrow night? Not for whatever competition it is, but just to get a win on the board and get people enjoying that winning feeling again.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's important that we get a win. Obviously, the players need one now to go and see that we can, because I think over the last 3-4 weeks we've been really close to it. And as you say, when you're playing well and you're not getting the rewards out of games.
You get that frustration back by not getting the result, is it?
Yeah, no, I think the players are upbeat, and as it says in Saturday, they should give them great confidence, because I think Peter's probably got the most attacking threat in League One, and we managed to come up with a system and nullify it, which the players now can take confidence from. But as you say, a win changes everything, and I think that's what we need. And then obviously we've got a massive game against Oxford on Saturday, which the club's let everyone in for £1 a ticket, which is great for them. But these are massive games. Every game's massive, but as you say, if you get a win, hopefully we can start taking 2 or 3.
You think a few in the dressing room perhaps, wouldn't say they were feeling low about things, but they're starting to see some light there now. You sort of sense, they are working at it and getting that result the weekend, and hopefully get a win tomorrow night. And
yeah.
Sort of seeing some, some rewards for it.
Yeah, I think there is. I think there's always been that there. It's just as I say, it's been since they've come in. It's different teams all the time. Players getting injured. suspensions. So these are things now that the players are starting to believe in it now. I think the players are starting to see they're getting fitter, they're getting stronger, the mentality's changing. And as I said, maybe 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks ago, if we'd have went 1 each at Peterborough, you might have seen a different team, but as I say, they stuck at it, and I thought we could have went on and won a game we should have won. So it's frustrating, but as I say, the positives, we've went to one of the top teams in the league again and put on a great performance.
And for yourself, it must be nice to pick a team you want to pick rather than sort of almost a case of who's available, how do I fit them in, which it was sort of a few weeks back, wasn't it?
Yeah, of course it is, and I think now you've seen that in Saturday we probably had a back five who are all experienced players, and as I said, I thought Hope and Lewis done well as holding midfielders, and then as I said on Saturday, I thought Jack and David Ball worked extremely hard in the wide areas, and Owen Doyle worked really hard up front. It's a bit of a hard shift when you're playing up by yourself, but as I say, the team comes first and the needs come first, and I think everybody's appreciating that now. They're working so hard, and all we need to do is make sure that we stick to it, what we're going to do and game plans, and I think as I say, the results will start to come.
You mentioned the performances against Sunderland, Portsmouth, Peterborough. Tomorrow night's a perfect chance to show the fans that the team can do it against lesser opposition as well. Yeah,
but it's going to be difficult because the tide's getting turned on us now. What we've done on Saturday says to the players, Aldershot might do it to us, they might sit and make it hard for us, so we have to be patient, but we have to make sure that we go out and try and impose how we want to play on them. And as I say, it's up to us now to go and get a win, because as I say, there's all the pressure's on us, and Aldershot probably get a free hit thinking if they come up here and they can get through to the next round. So we need to make sure mentality wise that we're spot on, and as I say, hopefully all the fans will get behind the team tomorrow night.
And presumably, because of the conditions, like the original game, it's hard to work out exactly the way they're going to play.
Yeah, well, we've had them watched, and we've watched footage of them. They like to play football. It probably didn't suit them that day either. So we just need to make sure that we go out and we start the game at a high intensity. And as I say, hopefully we can score a goal and settle us down, because the longer it goes 0-0, every team, as you know, can cause an upset, and I definitely don't want that tomorrow night.
Finally, for me, on long-term injuries, how are they progressing?
Yeah, there's a few. I think Luca Conville, Joe Riley, Alex Jones and Kelvin Miller will probably start training next week. So that's good news in that size of the squad. So these are things that hopefully we can progress in, but we need to be careful because they have been out for so long.
And finally, away from football, there's a sleep out at Valley Parade this Thursday, helping raise money for homeless people in the region. I was wondering, how important is it to you that clubs like Bradford City do events like this that engage the community? Yeah, I think it's fantastic. I think it's great that the club have agreed to let us use the stadium. I know it's for a great cause. It's something that I think the club and myself are really big on. I think we want to make sure the community and the club stick together and fans stick together. And as I said on Thursday night, I'll be over helping with my support. I'll go and see Peter's doing it. So I think there's a few players going to pop in. So we'll be there. Make sure we give the Peter's support as soon, because it's for a great need and it's for a great charity. Does it put ongoings on the pitch into perspective?
Yeah, I think everything does. I think you have to. Everybody needs to marry things together. I think what's on the pitch we look after the football side well, and hopefully that will start to come. But we need to make sure that, as I say, it's a community club. We need to make sure that everybody does their best for Bradford City.